Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Mr. Sunshine Boy. It's day 64, even though it feels like day 65. It's Monday, the 13th of April, and like every day that I have different, today is Magic Monday. What does that mean? It means expect magic. And as I come to the end of the day, what can I say? You can't make up what has happened today. But don't worry, I'm not going to keep it a secret, right? Well, the one beautiful thing that I can say is that Sunshine, I spoke to you twice today, and both times you were in the sunshine, and I was in the sunshine, and you are my sunshine. And it was so nice to see your beautiful little face, happy in the sun. And as my son, you gave me some really great news, which I'm not going to share because it's not for everybody. And I know that this space in which I share my daily activities with you, Sunshine, is also available to the rest of the world. So yeah, Magic Monday. I I kind of adjusted a few things in my place today, and I kind of wondered, do I want to carry on staying here after 30 days? And I thought, maybe, maybe I'm going to stay longer. Excuse me. But I got up and I watched the sun come up. And it was one of my requirements for moving to my next location. I thought I need to be able to see the sun come up. And it's become a new habit of mine. When I say new habit of mine, I find great pleasure in listening to some beautiful music, whatever it may be, and listen to some amazing, amazing music, right? And with the fact that it was Magic Monday, the fact that I got to see the sun come up in all its glory, it was magic. So, because it was magic, and I call it Magic Monday, I expect magic, right? So we started off um, turning up, going to the office, because as I mentioned earlier, I turned up somewhere for coffee. All because the gentleman saw my interview with Dr. Martini. And then he said, look, this is very interesting. Why don't you come over? And yes, he offered me a job, even though I was only going there for coffee, right? And today was my first day at the office. And it was quite remarkable, right? I walked in with my blue coat on and the blue square glasses, right? As you can see, they're not your normal glasses. But then I'm not your normal kind of guy, right? And I turned up at the office and it looked like they were doing a training because the main man, Adam, was at the front of the room and everyone was sat around looking at him. So I was going to sit in a little corner over there, and he said, "No, no, Dizzy, come to the front." So he pulled a chair out, and I'm sat at the front, and everyone's now looking at me. I'm in the hot seat, right? And Sunshine, obviously, you know that your daddy ain't scared of nothing, but ice skating, okay? Just in case none of you know, um, that is one of my fears. However, here in Dubai, there is a massive ice skating rink, and it's gonna have to get conquered, right? But that's another story. So anyway, I'm presented um, in front of a loads of people, and they're all property developer. They're all representing a property company, and I get put in the spotlight. Well, guess what? Easy work, easy work. They all wanted to know who this guy was, and today, Monday, the 13th of April, Magic Monday, I introduced myself, not as Dizzy Taylor, as many of you may know. But Sunshine, you know what my real name is, right? My real name is Dirham, which sounds a little bit like dirham. And dirham is the currency of the UAE, Dubai. This is the currency. So me being Dirham Taylor sounds like Dirham Taylor. Um, it's quite ironic considering my purpose and my job, or not my purpose, but my reason for being here is raising funds for projects and companies. So it's quite apt that my name is Money Taylor, but you can just call me Money. So yeah, so that was the introduction, the start to the day. I then went into the office, and I now have full access to all facilities in office hours, um, which was nice to go into the office. Um, really nice. So that happened. And then at 12 o'clock, I thought I had a Zoom with somebody by the name of John Sparks. And John and I met on LinkedIn. I scheduled a meeting. Um, and the first time I had the meeting, he's based in South Africa. I'm based in Dubai. And I got the timing. I thought the time I was supposed to meet him was the time I was supposed to meet him, but it was actually 3 hours later. So the first meeting foiled, no problem. We arranged another one for today, which I thought was 12 o'clock, but it wasn't. It was 3 o'clock my time, 12 o'clock his time, which meant I had something else to do, and it was beautiful. So I did something else, and had to do my contracts for my new company I'm working with, Timeless Properties. Um, and look, what I like about the name Timeless is time only exists when you acknowledge the past or acknowledge the future. If you're in the now, there's no such thing as time. Time is a construct of us, humankind, mankind have created time. Okay. And I'll give you an example. When you're doing something you love, time shrinks, right? We've all done it. You play a game for 7 hours, but it feels like 7 minutes. Why? Because you're enjoying yourself, you're in that moment, and time just goes like that, just shrinks because you're loving it. Now, put yourself in a scenario, and we've all been there, where you're doing something you don't like doing. What happens? Time expands and it drags on. What seems like 7 minutes seems like 7 hours, and you're like, wow, I really cannot wait for this to finish. So based on what you are doing in life and how aligned you are with who you are, will determine your observation of space time, right? So I think I forgot what I was talking about. We're talking about time. So within that time of 12 and 3, um, I'm waiting to meet John Sparks. I then had another conversation with somebody, and believe it or not, I may be going back into the barbering game here in Dubai, but only on a consultancy level. I met somebody through somebody, and that somebody who just happens to be from Cape Town reminded me back to when I was in Cape Town and South Africa. And this jacket is actually 20 years old. I bought it in South Africa, in Sandton City Centre, in a shop upstairs in the mall. And 20 years on, it's still going strong. Yeah. And yeah, so I spoke to a friend of mine there, bearing in mind I've introduced myself as Darren today. Spent a great time, a great deal of time in the office, met various people, met a lady who looks like somebody I used to work with um 27 years ago. And she actually works for the same company in the same office. So that's another person I connected with today that reminded me of the past. Nothing's ever missing. It all comes back round. And then I meet a gentleman by the name of Omar. And Omar is somebody I've known. The name Omar has been in my life for quite some time. And all the Omars that I know have all been dear friends, uh, conscious connections, and also they've just been all round G's. So when this gentleman Omar was introduced to me and he said, Dizzy, this could be your next new neighbor. So I thought, okay, well, if you're anything like all the other Omars I've met, it's going to be a good thing. So I said, go on, tell me, what do you do? And no surprise, he is a real estate stroke property guy. And I said, what company do you work for? And he said, White and Co. And I was like, oh, right, you must know Jordan, Dubai Jord. He went, of course, yeah, he's the number one guy. And this number one guy, not only did he used to come to Church Street Barbers for a haircut, he's also from Preston. He came out here in lockdown as a car salesperson and absolutely smashed it. Big up Mr. Jordan, Dubai Jord, the legend, the myth, the guy who's got it on lockers here as the number one sales guy for White and Co. And what a G that he smashed it. And look, the fact I thought to myself, it's only a matter of time that I meet somebody who knows Jordan, or I go somewhere where he's going to be there. And also, if you're watching this, Jordan, big up for the recommendation of Goose Island for the best Sunday roast ever. It was 5 star, 100%. So big up Andrea, who came to join me for a Sunday roast. And then after that, big up Ina, who looked after my body alignment and did my dressing yesterday on my foot, which I must admit is difficult at the moment. It's quite painful. But it's one of those things, right? You got to do what you got to do when you got to do it. And I did it. And then leaving there, I came back to my new place, and my good friend Kalpesh and Sue Patel were both coming to visit me at my new place to have a look. And look, my new place comes with a parking space, but I don't currently have a car. So I managed to organize what I need to facilitate that. Met up with Cowpush and Sue when they came in the car, and then we went and parked it in my own parking spot in Dubai Mall, which was great. Took and brought them in um, after parking the car, showed them the new place. They loved it. I loved it. It's got a different feel today. I adjusted a few things around, and as a result, it's feeling way more homely than it did the day before. So if you don't feel at home where you are, change a few things around, right? It will make all of the difference. So then after them seeing my new place, we went to Dubai Mall for something to eat and big up Wagamama's. I had sushi twice. It was a great meal. And then we had a great dessert. And I came back and I thought, right, let me give a little report to my sunshine on what kind of day it's been. And like I said, it's nothing short of magical. Nothing short of magical. And tomorrow, in fact, today's not even finished, right? There are two more epic calls that I'm going to make after I've recorded this and loaded it up. And both are special. Just like you, Sunshine. You gave me some really good news today, and it was so good to see your smiley, happy face. Really, it was magical. So look, I'm going to wrap that up today because day 64 has been magical. Um, day 65, Tuesday, is going to be off the chain insane too. Why? I'm going to wake up. I've got a feeling. And I'm going to wake up to Tuesday, and I choose tomorrow to be one of the most magical, phenomenal days I've ever had in my whole entire life. That's the prediction. But I have more information. Tomorrow, I am going to the Wealth Summit where they're going to be talking about the industry of wealth. In fact, you know what? Rather than guess, let me tell you. The Capital Wealth Summit. Tomorrow is the day. The Capital Wealth Summit 2026 is sold out, and you are one of the selected few in the room. We look forward to welcoming you. So the person behind this Capital Wealth Summit, a gentleman by the name of Peter Doyle, what a legend, used to be a DJ, made the switch, and I can say now, money is his bitch, right? He raised a lot of capital, and tomorrow, what we can expect, registration arrive early, 9 a.m. We have breakfast, uh, lunch at 1:30, and then we have an hour dedicated to meaningful connections and conversations. Media wall photography will also take place. So yeah, look, tomorrow I will have my glad rags on. I will have a suit on. I will have a hat on. I will be doing my thing tomorrow. But I have a special partner in crime joining me. Some of you may know him, some of you may not. He goes by the name of Charmer, but he's also known as MC Charmer from back in the days. And I met him through Mr. Bushkin from the Heartless Crew. So big up Bushkin for putting us together. But yeah, he's a hustler. He's been out here in Dubai for 15 years. And listen, anyone who's been out here for 15 years, I rate you because getting here is easy. Staying here is another ball game. And this guy must be on the ball because he's here and he's been here for so long. But yeah, he's going to be with me. I'm hooking him up, getting him in, and let's see what myself and Mr. Charmer can hustle. And still, I've got a couple more conversations to have. Um, Lots of more exciting things happen, but you know what? I'm not going to go through it right now. They are conversations for another day because they are developing conversations and there are developing ideas that are being created this morning. These amazing, phenomenal ideas that will inspire you because when somebody has nothing and they do something, that's what you call no excuses. When somebody does something from nothing, and look, some of you may be watching this and you are in a country where you've got hot water on tap whenever you want. There are some people out there that have nothing, but they still manage to put something together and deliver it to the world. And I'm super proud of this guy. But I tell you, I'm not going to mention him right now because I want to feature him on the channel having a conversation. It probably won't be tomorrow, probably be Wednesday. Wednesday, obviously, is full of wins. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Think about it. If you're watching this today and tomorrow is Tuesday, think about how you would choose to like the day to turn out. Make a choice. Listen to your own voice. Anyway, that's Daddy in Dubai, day 64, Monday, the 13th of April. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, make a comment. I will answer. If there's anything that I've said that struck a chord with you, make a comment. If there's anything I've said that you didn't understand, make a comment. I will answer. If there's anything that I've said or not said that you wish I would have talked about or gone into a little bit further, leave a comment. Adios, sunshine. I hope you're enjoying the sunshine. Um, And like I said, whenever you watch this, whether you watch it tomorrow, the day after, um, next year, whether you're 20, whether you're 30, all I will say to you is your digital daddy is never going anywhere. He'll stay online and he'll be available to you for the rest of your life. But before I go, watch out for the name John Sparks, because what John Sparks did today was he sparked a fire. Excuse the pun, but he did. John, I look forward to it's been a pleasure to meet you today, and I really look forward to the future. It's very, very promising and very beautiful and so exciting. Love you to the moon and back, sunshine. I will see you in the future. And